welcome back to my channel. Briana is Going Places. I'm Briana and I'm so happy that you decided to watch today. In this video, I'm showing you all about the second half of my trip to Peru. We are wandering around Cusco. This is after we landed driving through the city. After about an hour plane ride, we landed in Cusco, which is about 300 miles north, I think, of Lima. A guide from our hostel picked us up, and here we are just driving through the city, seeing all the different sites. It was definitely different than Lima. You know, it did feel like we were kind of a little bit more secluded. There was still a ton of people here, but it definitely felt maybe less colonized is the word, because it just felt like it had retained something that Lima didn't necessarily have. And this is our view. It was really cool, but it was also my first time dealing with altitude, and it was so hard. We were really high up, but getting up here was tragic. Like the first hike up, I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I was regretting signing up for the trek that we had. On our first full day in Cusco, we went on a city tour. We had a guide for this too, and it was really cool. Here we are driving past the main square in Cusco. Lots of people out. Compared to Lima, it was so bright. Like if you go back and look at my Lima video, compared to driving around Cusco, there's sun. There was sun. It was so wonderful. Oh, una casa embrujada. It's haunted? Oh. Yeah, which? So here's a view from a little bit higher up, the different direction than our hostel. Our guide was really funny. If you listen here, you can hear him narrating here you go, baby. Our adventures. Hey.
Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I hope they enjoyed the trip in Cusco. Hi, girls. Hi, how are you? You enjoy llamas? They feed llamas. The llama belong to the camel family. And the girls feed them. We are in Cusco.
I was trying to make friends with all the animals, and I feel like some of them were mean to me. I'll say it. Animals are mean. Here we have an empanada, tiramisu, chocolate cake, espresso, and a huge chocolate. And after just one day, it's time for our trek to begin. We left Cusco super early in the morning and drove to the Lares hot springs, and then where we would start our official hike. So here it is, it's night, we're just driving through the city. We left our hostel, I think, at like 5 a.m., maybe 5:30. It was an extremely early morning. But it was cool to see the city at night. It's always cool to see cities just quiet and before everybody wakes up and the day starts. We were eating good all through this trip. I didn't get pictures of a lot of our food or videos of a lot of our food, but I did get some, and it was bomb. Here's our breakfast for day one. All right, here we are before the trail. I already need to pee. There's Amanda. She got a little sick in the car, so she was a little weak, but we're recovering. Yeah, I guess this is it. This is hiking. This is trekking, because we're camping. This is all our stuff. There's Amanda again. And here's me for my mom if I don't make it. Hi, Mommy. This view, y'all. It took some sweat and tears to get this view. I'll let you enjoy it. Just a quick campsite update before this battery dies. Today was very, very hard for me. I felt like I couldn't breathe multiple times. The incline. The altitude.
but we made it. And tomorrow is another one.
We get a horse.
Yeah, but we get a horse for the uphill, which is exciting. Whew. Telling a ghost story.
In the freezing cold weather.
Oh yeah, it's 32 degrees, maybe less. Who knows? I'm cold. Bye.
We have a lot of layers.
Day 1 was pretty brutal. Day 2, we got horses. We went up around 2,500 feet, and then we went back down, and yeah, let's see how it went.
We are now in a small village, getting ready to go on our next part of the trek. There's Amanda. It was a very cold night, and our starting altitude is
12,540 feet.
12,540 feet. We're gonna probably go up like 2,000, 2,500, up to, I don't know where we're going. I think we're going up there, but who knows?
I think like close to 15,000 feet.
Yeah, so the good thing is we're gonna have horses this time around. My arm is hurting already from holding this up, so yeah, I'll just show you a little bit of our camping site. Grab our bags, okay? We're grabbing our bags over here. We're getting on horses over there. Very cheap, 120 soles, which is like $30. All right, bye.
Probably should have got our campsite before everything was torn down, but hey, look at that view still.
Yeah, I'll be fine. It'll be like, I'll figure it out.
This was my first time ever riding a horse, and it was really scary at times, especially going up the mountain when I felt like, oh my goodness, does this horse really have me? Like, am I going to die today? But I survived, and yeah, I was so happy that I did not have to go up this mountain by foot. I wouldn't have made it. The first day I thought I was going to quit. I told my friend, I was like, I can't do another day of this. It was so hard for me. But the horses helped me do another day. Thanks, babe.
You look tired.
Made it.
I made it. Oh, but it's missing a little bit more. Just a little bit more. How you doing?
Now we're almost to the top. We rode our horses up here. There's my horse. I feel really bad for him because he's probably struggling with me on him. But he's being a trooper. We just passed by some, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure these are llamas, not alpacas, because they have long faces. But yeah, everybody's chilling right now. It's been a long way up. I do not feel like I'm gonna die today, which I am very happy about. That's it. That's where we're going next. We got a little bit of ways to go, and then we say goodbye to the horses and walk down.
Last night was our last night of camping. We took a train to the salt mines, and then, we took our van to the salt mines, and then we went to the city where we were gonna have our first actual night's sleep and shower.
We are on another part of the hike, one that I can actually do. We're not going up and down like crazy. And look! Hola vacas! ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, they're gonna be my besties. And we go. More cows. Buenos dias. Ow. There's a plant in my head. Oh no! Catch up with your family. This one's me, spirit animal. You got it. That one is me because I am always in the back. But still catch up somehow. Hello. Today is a much better day for me than any of the other days. I'm not out of breath. I can actually film during our hike. And it's been a nice walk. I like the scenery a lot. It's pretty flat. It's cool. Bye. We start with soup, and we have all these yummy foods. This is for like not even a lot of people. Yum, yum, yum. So one thing about rising early is that it's only like 11, and it feels like we've had a whole day. Right. But we're eating lunch, and we're gonna start the second part of the day. Bye.
I thought our drive was really pretty. I really think it's nice to drive through the countrysides and just see how different types of people live. I think that's one of my favorite things about traveling, is just to experience other people and maybe get to take a step in their shoes. I'm definitely someone who prefers slow travel. I would rather, go to a place and stay there for 2 weeks, but that's not always possible, especially with life. So it was really awesome to be able to get to go on this trip with my friend. I think we were there for 11 days total and got to see a lot of different parts of Peru, and meet local people, which is always ideal for me. The countryside, baby. Okay, at this point we're getting pretty close to the salt mines. I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew we were going to salt mines and didn't really know what that was going to look like. I was thinking more caves, so I was pretty shocked when I saw what they actually looked like. Boom. This space was huge. All that white you see, that's salt. I had never seen anything like this before. Like, what? I did not know where my food comes from. I don't think I know where a lot of my food comes from. This is also like really fancy salt, so it's not just like table salt. This is not, I don't know, the Great Value brand that I have. This is some serious business. Okay, you can see here I was being a little creepy. I was trying to see how they were collecting the salt without, being obvious. I was very obvious. I didn't feel like I was getting a good enough picture by just slowly panning by. So, got to get a little zoom action in there. Got to do what you got to do for the shot. And then here is our hostel that we stayed in. The courtyard was so beautiful. It was like a really cool place to stay. We were barely in our hostels when we were there, so it was really kind of just a place to sleep. We had too much to do, but it was nice to have a pretty place to come back to. This was the day that I was most excited for, hiking on the Inca Trail. I was just pumped, so here we go. We took a train from the city that our hostel was in to kilometer 104. As you can see, that's the start. It's not the start of the trail, but it's part of the trail. It's like the last part of the trail. You can do like a 4-day hike on the Inca Trail. Our trek was a combo of 2 different places, so we got to see a little bit more. But oh my goodness, this place was so beautiful. Here we are at some Incan ruins, Winawayan. I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. But oh my goodness, I loved being on the Inca Trail so much. This is the type of hike that I was expecting. Here's our lunch. We had a packed lunch, and the food, as usual, was very good. We even had dessert, and it was so nice. That's our tour guide, Roy. He was actually the best, like the best tour guide. I'm so happy that he was our tour guide. Here's Winawayan from a different perspective. And then these were the most dreaded steps that I've gone up. Roy called them Incan elevators, and I wish there was an actual elevator, but it was worth it because right around the corner, this is the Sun Gate, and there in the distance is Machu Picchu. Walking around that corner and seeing Machu Picchu, like, chills, because it felt like we had worked for it. It felt like all the sweat, all the aching body, all the sleeping in the cold was so worth it. Just like being able to walk up to it and see it from this view. So you can't like see this view without walking on the Inca Trail. It's like you can't get there another way. So yeah, it was wonderful.
Do you have anything to say, Amanda?
I'm so tired. It's been a wonderful time, but I'm so tired.
I am also very tired and hot, and my ankles hurt. But we did it. And we're at Machu Picchu, but tomorrow we're actually going to go in. Today we're not.
All right, the final day of our trek was Machu Picchu Day. We got to hike around and see Machu Picchu in all its glory. We left really early in the morning from Machu Picchu Pueblo, or Machu Picchu City, and it was really cool. It was extremely foggy, so you can kind of get lucky or you can kind of get unlucky. We were a little bit unlucky, but throughout the day the fog lifted and we got to see a lot of cool parts of Machu Picchu. It was freezing cold. It was so cold, but it was so cool to be able to walk around such old ruins. Like there was so much history where we were walking, and that was just kind of amazing to see. Much respect to the Incans and also the people who have descended from them.
Black. Okay, señoritas. Oh, even better.
This is us in the car. We had one more day in Lima, 1.5 days left in Lima before we had to leave. It's definitely a country that I want to come back to. I want to come back to Peru and see more because it was great and I could speak Spanish to people and that was so fun. But until next time, hasta la vista, Peru. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more of my videos.